Good morning, everybody. I am getting ready to open my advent calendar, and I finished a hat yesterday that I had in my car, and it was ready to be bound off for probably about 2 weeks. But it was just like my in-car knitting that I just left there, and it had been there so long I forgot that it was like ready to be bound off at the top. It's a bulky weight yarn. And I knit it with a, what is this, 5.5, I think. It's the thing about getting older, I can't read these sizes anymore. 5 millimeter. Nope. Yes. It's an 8 US, I think. So it's just a 1x1 rib, super easy, really fairly quick knit. Yeah, it's all done. It's probably going to go into my gift knits box, which I'm going to start one. I don't have one yet, but I used to have one. I haven't had one for a few years, so I'm going to restart that because I really like that idea. And then as I knit stuff through the year, I can just put it in there, and then I have some nice gifts to give away. So it's time for the advent calendar, and today is number 9. Darling knickerbocker number 9. Anybody remember that from the what were they called? I want to say Weebles, but I don't think it was. They're all colorful. My kids really liked them. Okay, number 9. Ooh, this is really pretty. I have socks that are almost this color. It's got gray and pink and like baby blue, just very like muted tones. What's the word I'm looking for? I can't find words today. Pastel colors. It's very pretty. It's kind of hard to see in that light. And what's the other thing going on in here? It is caramel swirl coffee. Excellent. So I need to do some serious knitting today. I got my Vlogmas yesterday up right before I fell asleep and ready to go. And yeah, I'm going to sit and drink my coffee, do a little bit of knitting while I listen to an audiobook for a little bit. And then I'm going to go down into my office and I'm going to type up a pattern that I designed for wrist warmers. And I don't think I'll have time today to take photos for it, but I might. It's kind of the perfect day. It's really like foggy and ominous outside, and I feel like that's the perfect weather for wrist warmers or like fingerless mittens. So I'm going to do that, I think. This kind of helps me set up my day. So I'll check in a bit. Well, hey there. I got my podcast recorded, and I went on a big tangent that's going to be completely deleted out of it, but apparently I need to say some things, and I did. And I got this area that was full of my knitting supplies all cleared up, so it's all cleaned up and it's good. And now I started working on a hat while I was cleaning, so that's my ADHD at its finest. I was cleaning, I was like, oh, I want to knit a hat. So I cast on a hat, and after I completed a bunch of rows, I cleaned a thing, and then I did a bunch more rows, and then I cleaned a thing, and then did more rows, and cleaned a thing. I cleaned a bunch of things, and it looks like it's still not where I want it to be, but it's way better than it was, and all of the stuff that was upstairs in my bedroom now has a place to be. And Sheldon the dog is hanging out here with me because he loves to hang out with me when I'm in this room. He is my little guard dog who is just like super beta, really relaxed dog. He is 9 years old and he is just a little love muffin. He's getting old, so he's struggling with stairs now. So I don't know if I mentioned it before, but my stairs upstairs are not carpeted. So sometimes he gets stuck at the very top of the stairs and he just needs somebody to walk down the stairs with him because he'll fall or slide or slip, and so he waits for somebody to come walk with him because he's one of his legs is wonky and he's old, so he loses his grip really easily. But he's a good boy and he wants to scritch. So yeah, so today was a fairly busy day. It was a bit of an exhausting day. I had to deal with some stuff that had nothing to do with knitting or podcasting. It had to do with like real life heavy duty stuff. So I did that. So now I have to edit the podcast and edit my Vlogmas. And I don't know what this hat is going to be for. It might just be for my gift basket, or it might be something that I sell. But this is the yarn. It is Luna Borga de Pazzi. And it is 50% merino wool, 40% acrylic, and 10% alpaca. And it's made in Italy, so that's it. But it's a really inexpensive, bulky yarn, which I really like. So for doing toques up to sell, this is a really good option because it's not an expensive yarn, and then you can actually get some money back. But if you use an expensive bulky yarn and you try to sell the toque for whatever it's actually worth, people don't necessarily pay that. So, or you get the people that are like, oh, it costs less at Walmart. And then it's just like, you have to bite your tongue, right? Because, you know, slave labor, etc., etc. So, but hopefully I'm going to make a bunch of toques and try to sell them to people who ask me for the things. I get quite a few people that are friends who ask for the things because they don't know how to knit instead of the designs. And I need to be able to sell the things in people's price range. It needs to be small, it needs to be quick, and it needs to be with less expensive yarn. So that's what I'm working on right now is a hat. I have a bunch of different colors. I was kind of hoping this would go a little bit farther than it is, but it's okay. It's fine. It'll be okay. And yeah, so I think that's it for me for today. I've got one of my girls' rabbits, her name's Chessie, she had surgery today, and Scylla went and took her to the vet in Kelowna to have the surgery, and then picked her up after. She's getting spayed, and which is always a good idea if you have rabbits. Neutering a rabbit is way easier than spaying a rabbit, and it's less expensive as well, but not by much. But the expression "they breed like rabbits" comes from somewhere, and and rabbits actually have a better quality of life and live longer if they are spayed or neutered, and they can actually live like free roaming. You have to like train them not to chew wires and stuff, but they can live free roaming. And my sister has a rabbit that is a free roaming rabbit, and his name is Dexter. And if you're interested, he's actually on Instagram. He has an Instagram page, and he is called Dexter Jackrabbit, I think, and he is half black, half white. He is he actually has like paperwork and a lineage and a whole bunch of stuff. And he's got more followers than me on Instagram, which is super exciting for him. But it's all rabbit stuff, and my sister has an amazing sense of humor. If you watch the podcast from the beginning when Syl and I podcasted together, she is hilarious. And so because of that, her rabbit is hilarious. Yeah, so go over and check out Dexter Jackrabbit, and yeah, and that's it for Vlogmas for today, so I'll see you tomorrow.